Hey, how you doing? This is PJ Christie with this week's Weekend Wraparound, May 4th, 2013, and I like to take this time to just kind of talk about how nice and relaxing it is here at VUCA Co-op, hanging out here in the hammock, and I'm going to give you the rundown on everything that happened in the world this week. Cab Forward did a lot of cool stuff this week. We did 2 press releases, one about our new presence in Houston. We have 2 projects launched out of Houston. And then we also, I'm networking with Sarah Worthy there. She's got a really cool thing going on with the Startup Digest in Houston. And her and I collaborated on this iOS research that I'm doing. And both share an interest in the Ubuntu platform for further iOS development. I don't know what else I can say about the work that Cab Forward is doing in Houston. It's kind of behind the scenes stuff, but I think I'm safe in saying that one is in the health arena and then the other one is in the energy arena. Energy is a big focus right now for what we're doing. I just received from the Texas Small Business Development Center a list of all energy companies in the state of Texas, which is kind of cool. So if you want to be doing business with energy companies in the state of Texas, you should probably get at me at pjchristie@gmail.com. Pretty easy to find that way. Also with Cab Forward, we're announcing that the tickets are now on sale for the Lone Star Ruby Conference held July 18th through 20th. I did a press release on that, and we're looking for sponsors and people that want to buy tickets. That should be pretty cool. Working on HubSpot for Cab Forward. We've gotten in some really cool conversions through the contact form on there. So my job is going to be to work on the secondary navigation since we kind of overhauled the top level last week. Cool iPad app that I saw this week is called StoryPress. It's a sort of an audio archive with a genealogy angle. So so you're able to interview people in your family to you know, keep sort of a way to preserve the stories that they tell. Mike Davis has a really cool thing going on there. Did some stuff in WordPress. Endow, still working on their messaging as their new site gets closer to launch. Tucker Hester with their relaunch, it's coming up. Haven't done anything on pjchristie.com for a little while, but I'm launching this new thing called Big Wheel Agency, so there's going to be more coming up on that. Got some gigs, Cocktails for Kenya, a week from Friday at Lucky Lounge. The next day we're playing that's with Pasadena, my band with Shelly, my neighbor. And then the day after that is the North Austin Trailer Yard Farmers Market, which is a going to be fun Saturday morning thing. And we have a private wedding the weekend after that. Next week with Lights Camera Help is going to be fun. We're doing Focus on Good. It's the webinar to show people how to do interviews and production techniques to improve engagements in their nonprofits. Also, we have an intern for Lights Camera Help starting next week. Jenna's going to be working with me on content, migrating it over from the Joomla site to their new site, and me and Carson, and then we've got I'm working with Logan Gaddis. Her newsletter just came out. It looks really great. A lot of new information there. I like her Wordless Wednesday part. Paul O'Brien and I had an interesting back and forth on his site, seobrien.com. You should check that out. He's talking about being a business architect, which is fun stuff. Talking about e-commerce for a Western wear retailer. That's not a project that's on the books yet. It's more of a lead still, but that looks to be interesting. A couple other pitches that I'm working on. Nothing to really talk about now. I've got a new nonprofit I'm interested in called Austin Eastside Community Center, I think. AustinECC.org. Check them out. And one of the things that came up this week is that one of my clients is having problems with his customer, his client, and you know, scope changed, and he's trying to figure out how to deliver on this thing because it's going to be a little bit late. But we worked it out. It's about managing expectations and clear communication. The good news is that his client is really a reasonable guy who understands developers, and that's going to go really smooth. We had screen-free week around the Christie household, which I would call mixed results on that, but it sure was interesting. And did a lot more cooking than I usually did, and I did some yoga this week, which is not something I get to do very much. And I wrote a song, too, which is kind of fun. I did a Hootsuite analytics report. Hootsuite's really cool, and then I got a chance to catch up with James Weddle this week with lean herd activities. So James is, of course, always working on a lot of cool things, and one of the things I was talking about with him was how we can become the lean ambassadors within that Evernote program that I talked about last week. So, well, that's a pretty good week. I got it done in 5.5 minutes, and if you have any questions about lean or Texas energy companies or building mobile applications or anything like that, you can find me right here, pjchristie@gmail.com. That's it. Peace.